Hello everyone, welcome back. This video is about creating style intros and endings in Yamaha ranges. In this video, I will cover the basic configurations for intros and endings, and I will show you an easy method to create lengthy intros and endings. Going to the style creator. When we create an intro or ending, there can be some tracks with melodic phrases and some tracks with chord progressions. So while playing the intros and endings, we do not do a chord change on the arranger. All the needed chord changes are recorded in the tracks. Now I'll record a simple phrase in a track. We will start with a new style. Initializing the current style. Recording in this track. Now for previewing it, I am closing the style creator without saving the style. The recordings will not be lost until we select another style or switch off the keyboard. Playing the intro with C major chord. I had recorded C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C in it, but it played C, D, E, F, G, A, C, C. It skipped the note B and replaced it with an extra C. The reason is a source chord type for the track. Going back to the style creator. In the SFF edit page, if you go to the source root and chord section, we have the default value which is C major 7th. All the tracks have this root and chord type by default. If you play a major 7th chord on the keyboard, it will play the correct notes. But for the intros and endings, we usually use a major or minor chord. So I am changing it to major. Let's preview it. Now it plays the correct notes. But we still have a problem. If I play it in another scale, the tune will change. I am playing it in E major. This is how it is in G major. We recorded the original notes in C major and they played fine when we play them with C major chord here. But the other scales will not work. This is because of the NTT and NTR settings, which means a note transposition table and note transposition rule. Going to the SFF edit page. Here the NTR and NTT settings have the root, transpose and chord. This setting is used for generating the chords in the other keys and chord types in the style. We record only one chord type in a key while creating the style. But using the NTT and NTR settings, the arranger generates the chords for all the other keys and chord types. I'll create a detailed video on NTT and NTR soon. For now, I'll show you the settings for intros and endings. By default, each track has different NTT and NTR settings. For intros and endings, set the NTR to root transpose and NTT to bypass. Now it plays fine in all the keys. Once we set the NTT and NTR to root, transpose and bypass, the source chord type is irrelevant. But the source key has to be the correct one. If you are creating an intro in a minor scale, you can record the pattern in minor scale. Once you set the NTT and NTR like what we did now, it will play fine even if the source chord type is major 7th. It will play the same pattern for minor and major scale. If you check the factory styles, the intros play differently for major and minor chords. This is with an advanced setting using different tracks for major and minor chords and playing the respective track based on the selected chord. But this option cannot be set on the keyboard. It can be done using some softwares which support CASM data edit. Now the recording method for lengthy intros and endings. The main challenge we face while creating lengthy intros and endings is a difficulty in recording the patterns in the last meshes. In an intro with 32 bar length, we would not be able to record the entire pattern in a single take. So we'll have to record the portions in multiple takes for a set of measures. Maybe the first 4 bars and the next 4 bars and so on. When we do it this way, if we need to record the measures from the 21st bar, we need to start the recording and wait till 20 bars are played and then start recording. If we make a mistake, we will have to erase it and start again. This will be a lengthy process. But there is an easy method. The idea is to record the pattern always from the first bar and then copy them to the correct position. Just to give an example, the patterns for the bars from 21st to 24 will be recorded in the bars 1 to 4 and then it will be copied to the 21st bar. Then delete the recordings in the bars 1 to 4 and record the pattern for another set of bars from bar 1. We'll record the pattern for the first set of bars after everything is complete so that they will be free for other recordings always. I'll create a small intro with 8 bars to demonstrate this. This is a pattern I'm going to create. Setting the pattern length to 8. First, I'll create the last 4 bars from bar 5 to bar 8 in bar 1 to 4. The drum track has the same patterns from bars 5 to 7 and a different pattern at bar 8. We can record all of them in a single stretch, but if we make a mistake, we have to do it again. So even within these 4 bars, we can do copy and paste. So I'm recording the drum pattern for the bar 8 first in the first bar. Then I'll copy it to bar 4. Selecting a different kit. Now we need to copy it to the 4th bar. We are creating the patterns for bar 5 to 8 in bar 1 to 4 now. So this should go to bar 4. Selecting bar copy. The source top is the starting bar and the source last is the ending bar to copy. We just have a single bar pattern now. So the source top and last would be 1. Destination is where we need to copy them to. I'm selecting 4. Now the pattern is in bar 1 and 4. We need to clear it from bar 1. We can do it with the bar clear option. Here the source top and last would be 1 because we need to clear only the recordings in bar 1. When you do any operations in the channel edit, make sure the target channel is the correct one. Sometimes it will get reset to the rhythm 2 track automatically. So the recordings in that track can get affected. Now we need to record the patterns for the bars 5 to 7 in bars 1 to 3. All these 3 bars have the same pattern. So we can create just a 1 bar pattern in bar 1 and then copy them to bars 2 and 3. We can do it in multiple takes. Now we have the pattern ready in bar 1. I'm going to copy it to bars 2 and 3. Here the source top and last is bar 1 and selecting the destination as 2 because we are going to copy from bar 1 to 2. Now I'm changing the destination to 3 to copy the same to bar 3. Doing a quantize. One important point to note while doing quantize is do not select different quantize values every time. The problem is it will affect the entire track. So if you have done a different quantize for a set of bars you have already created, the new quantize value can affect that as well. If you need a different quantize value for a set of bars alone, it is better to do it manually in the step edit page. The drum pattern is ready now. I'll record the piano part in another track. That's ready. Now the bass pattern. Selecting a different sound. So we have the 4 bar pattern ready now. This needs to be copied to bar 5 to 8. So going to bar copy. We now need to set the source top to 1 and the source last to 4. The destination should be 5. This needs to be done for each track. After it is copied, we'll clear it from the bars 1 to 4. There is another option to copy the notes. It is in the step edit page. Select the track and go to the step edit page. Here we have an option multi-select. This is a toggle button. Once it is active, we can select multiple items. Once selected, we can copy them. If you use the option cut, it will clear the original notes and paste them to the new location. I'm selecting cut. It cleared the notes. Now selecting the location to which we need to copy them. We have to copy them to bar 5. In step edit, we can copy to sub positions in a bar. Maybe to the second beat of bar 5 or another position after beat 2. This is a bar number. This is a beat within the bar. And this is a position between 2 beats. We need to copy it to the starting of bar 5. So selecting it as 5, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now pasting it. It copied all the notes to the new position. Sometimes the step edit would be easy, and sometimes it would be the bar copy and bar clear, which would be easy. If you need to copy to sub positions, you can use step edit. Now copying the piano pattern, doing it with bar copy. The bars 5 to 8 are complete now. We can record the first 4 bars. The piano pattern first. Now the bass pattern. There is nothing for the first 3 bars. We have a pattern only in the 4th bar. We can record it in the first bar and copy it to the 4th bar. Or we can start recording and wait for the 4th bar and record it directly there. This pattern doesn't start exactly at the first beat. It starts at an offbeat position. And it starts with the pitch bend as well. So we cannot use a synchro start since it is an offbeat one. One option here is to press the start button and play it at the offbeat. But it may not be easy. But there is another option. We can record it in the second bar. Now press start and wait for the second bar and record it there. It is ready. We'll copy it to bar 4. I'm going to the step edit page. There can be a problem when we use the step edit page to copy this pattern. By default, it will copy only the notes. We have a pitch bend event also along with the notes. It will not be copied if you just copy it from here. We have to make those events visible using this event filter option. By default, it hides all the other events. I'm selecting pitch bend. Now it shows the pitch bend events also here. We can now select all this and copy to bar 4. But since it has an offbeat starting, we need to select the destination to the exact offbeat position. So for these type of patterns, it will be better to use the bar copy option. It will copy everything as exactly in the source bars. Selecting bar 2 as a top and last and bar 4 as a destination. Now clearing the recordings in bar 2. I forgot to set the NTT settings for the track. Correcting it. Now let me do a quick style assembly to copy some patterns to the main A from another style. The style assembly feature is explained in detail in the previous video. The link to that is given in the description. Going to the main screen to preview. So that is a technique for creating intros and endings. You can easily create a 32 bar length intro or ending with this method. That's it for this video. Next video will be on NTT and NTR settings. See you in the next one. Thank you.